In the quiet suburbs behind a white porch and a spotless hedge lived a man everyone admired, Dr. Adrian Blackwell, respected psychologist, published author, trusted voice on human behavior to neighbors. He was brilliant, generous, untouchable, but inside his home he was running an experiment. No one was supposed to survive. This wasn't just abuse, it was a psychological experiment. Her name was Nina Hart, just 23, bright, eager, drowning in college debt. Adrian promised her a future mentorship, a career, a way out, but what she didn't know was that she wasn't an assistant, she was subject number 12. At first his control looked like guidance, praise one moment, insults the next. He told her she was special but undisciplined. He corrected how she dressed, how she spoke, how she thought, and if she resisted he smiled coldly and said, "Do you want to fail soon?" Nina wasn't sure who she was anymore. Every doubt, every hesitation he recorded in his little black book. Late one night she found herself alone in his office, and that's when she saw it, her name underlined in his notes, subject 12, tolerance level moderate, next stage isolation plus deprivation. Her stomach dropped. She wasn't being mentored, she was being dismantled, and taped to the back of his notebook was a photograph of another woman, eyes hollow, sitting in a dark room. Beneath it, scrawled in Adrian's handwriting, subject 9, collapsed. Non-compliant. Nina realized she wasn't the first, and she wouldn't be the last. Something inside her changed from that night. She stopped reacting the way he wanted when he slammed doors. She didn't flinch when he insulted her. She smiled. He thought she was broken, but in reality she was studying him. Every late night outburst, every file she photographed in secret, every humiliating task she endured because she was planning. Then one night Adrian brought her into the basement, concrete walls, metal shelves filled with tapes and files, and in the center a chair bolted to the floor with leather restraints. "Sit," he ordered, and she did. He locked her down, explaining calmly that the final stage was about to begin. True obedience, he said, could only be measured when escape was impossible. He leaned close and whispered, "You'll thank me when it's over," but Adrian had underestimated her. The moment he turned to grab his recorder, Nina moved. She had hidden a paperclip in her palm. In seconds the restraint snapped free. When Adrian turned back, expecting her trapped, she was standing, his recorder in one hand, her phone in the other, and it was live streaming everything. For the first time his mask cracked. "What are you doing?" he hissed. Nina's voice was steady. "Finishing the experiment." The fallout was instant. The stream went viral. Police raided his home, seizing years of files, tapes, and evidence. Families of his past subjects came forward. Adrian Blackwell, the trusted psychologist, was exposed as a manipulative predator. At trial he tried to twist the narrative, claimed Nina consented, claimed it was research, but the jury saw through him, guilty on every charge. For once the underdog had taken down the giant. But justice doesn't always mean the end, because the night after Adrian's sentencing, Nina found an envelope slid under her door. No name, no return address. Inside, a single piece of paper with 4 chilling words: "You didn't stop us." Her hands trembled. Adrian had always said his work was for the advancement of psychology. What if he wasn't working alone? Nina thought she ended the experiment. In truth, she had only uncovered the first layer of something far larger and far darker. Nina couldn't sleep after the letter. She kept staring at those 4 words. "You didn't stop us." Adrian was locked away, but someone else was still out there, watching her, testing her. The thought gnawed at her every second. She took the letter to the police, but they brushed it off, said it was just a cruel prank, told her to move on. But Nina couldn't. She knew the handwriting wasn't random. She had seen it before in Adrian's notes, in the margins next to certain entries marked with initials CM. Digging through the file she had copied before the raid, Nina noticed the pattern. Subjects weren't chosen at random, they were recruited, funneled through Adrian's network of colleagues, and in more than one document the same name appeared: Dr. Claire Mercer, Adrian's former research partner, long vanished from public life and rumored to have gone overseas years ago. But the truth was worse than rumors, because when Nina searched further she found Mercer was back, quietly running a private clinic on the outskirts of the city, and her website used the exact same phrase Adrian had repeated to Nina over and over: "Obedience is freedom." It wasn't just Adrian's obsession, it was theirs. Nina went to the clinic pretending to be a patient. The building was spotless, walls painted white, flowers in every hallway, but behind the smile something felt wrong. Cameras in every corner, staff who never broke eye contact, and when she was led to Dr. Mercer, Nina's blood ran cold. Mercer greeted her like she had been expecting her. The session started, calm questions about childhood, fears, about trust, but then Mercer leaned in closer and said softly, "You think you ended his work, don't you, Nina? But you're just another stage. You always were." Nina froze. How did she know her name? How did she know about Adrian? That night Nina checked her phone only to find it wiped clean, every file, every recording gone, as if someone had reached into her life and erased it. She was back to zero, no proof, no leverage, and only one growing certainty: Mercer wasn't just continuing Adrian's experiment, she was perfecting it. Days later another woman disappeared, 26 years old, last seen leaving that same clinic, and when police dismissed the connection Nina knew she had to act alone. She broke into Mercer's office under cover of darkness, and there she found a drawer full of photos, every one a woman sitting in that same bolted chair, subjects numbered all the way to 14, and the last photo taped to the wall was of her, Nina, subject 15. Before she could react, a light clicked on behind her. Mercer's voice filled the room, calm, steady, almost amused. "You weren't supposed to find that," she said, and Nina spun around only to see something that froze her blood. Mercer wasn't alone. Standing in the doorway was another face she recognized, someone she never expected to see working by her side. Kindly consider subscribing to the channel for more true crime stories just like this one.